Hi everyone, it's Neve here and welcome to my art journaling channel. Today we're going to be playing on the burlap using some collage. So this page starts off on the burlap, and for those of you who have followed my channel for a while know I sort of have a love-hate relationship with the burlap pages in my art journal. In the past I used to cover them completely with collage because I liked the texture of it, but I didn't like the open weave of it. I've since discovered I don't mind sort of stenciling over the background just to give it a little bit of interest, and then putting a smaller collage on the page. So I'm using one of my favourite stencils from the previous release from Dina, which is this beautiful flourish. And I think one of my favourite things about it is it's very botanical, but it's those beautiful curves. Because it curves in both directions, you can kind of jigsaw it around your page so it fills up the whole page fairly easily. So I'm just using some Night to stencil, and my stenciling is getting a little bit better, but it's still a bit rough and ready at the moment, and I'm having to clip it down onto my page so it doesn't move around, because I'm usually right-handed. So yeah, I need an extra pair of hands, so to speak, to hold it down as I'm stenciling. So once I've sort of got the stencil down, I didn't really have much of an idea of what I wanted to do. I knew I wanted to put some sort of focal image area in the middle, so I'm choosing to start off with a piece of vintage text. So I've just torn it down to size, and I'm using again another one of my favourite stencils. Unfortunately this one's been discontinued, which is a shame because it's just the most amazing stencil anyway. I suppose if we start a bit of an outcry on it, we might be able to bring it back in some way, shape or form. So I'm using some turquoise, but I haven't actually cleaned my sponge, so I'm getting this beautiful variegated effect through my leaves. I'm also going around the edge with a little bit of the sponging, just to sort of give it a bit of a border, I suppose, so it pops out from the background somewhat. The vintage text is a similar-ish colour to the burlap, so I just wanted to give it a little bit more of an edge. Now you could, if you didn't have paint to do that, you could certainly use your inks, use some of your blending tools and so on to do that. So use whatever you've got. One of my favourite things to do with this stencil is to do some really rough sketchy lines around the outside of it. They're a lot rougher and sketchier at the moment. But you'll see in the close-up that, you know, I'm not staying on the painted line. Some of it's going up and over, and I've found from experience that if you go over things twice to get a doodled edge to it, it looks deliberately sketchy. If I tried to do that deliberately with one hand, it just wouldn't happen. So you know, be loose and go with it. So this is a collage doll that I created previously in a video, and I'll link that video below, using the new canvas tape from Dina Wakley to create the body of the image, and adding in the head from a stamped image. I'm also going in with a little bit of Stabilo just to colour in the head, because I didn't want it stark white. I wanted it to sort of blend into the background somewhat, and I'm just using some Stabilo around the outside to pop the doll away from the background paper. Once I've done that, I was trying to work out where to put it on the page. So I liked it in the center, but that top left hand corner was bugging me because it was a little bit bare. I think I am going to go back and sort of stencil something in that. I kind of wish I'd left this white, now I look at it, and put that up in that top hand corner, but I chose to paint it. I really should have left it white. It's funny when you look at things in hindsight, you go, oh. So I chose to do it turquoise, again with that sponge that I had a few different colours on, but it blended in too much. So that contrast of the white would have been good. Then I decided, you know, crazy girl, you know, try and put it on with your broken fingers. But that didn't work, so I got the sponge out to do that, and you can see I'm just blending it in more and more. It really wasn't working the way I wanted it to. Then I thought, oh, maybe I can put some lime green border around it with this stamp from one of the new stamp sets. but again, that didn't work really well. I didn't get the contrast I wanted. Now I chose the lime green because I had the lime green in the body of the image, so I thought that would be nice to pick up some of the colors that were already on my image. So once I stamp, you can see I don't really have a contrast there. I've lost those beautiful words. It really wasn't peeking out the way I wanted it to. So then I decided, well, if you can't go light, go dark. So I've gone back to the night and painted over the entire thing. Why didn't I put it up there? Oh my goodness, I'm so cross with myself. Oh dear. Right, so this is why you video things, so you can tell yourself off in future videos. So I'm just gluing this down. So if you're not aware, that chipboard piece is another Dina piece from a few releases ago, and they're fabulous, but yeah, don't mess around with them. No, you know, you do what you do at the time, so that's it. So I'm just using some glue to glue this down. The big green pencil that you saw me using was the Stabilo Woody, which is like the Stabilo All pencil, except it's designed for kids, comes in colours, and they're fabulous to use. So I decided to put a little bit of green in her hair just to add some extra colour. So this is the final piece. I decided to again pop the background out a bit by putting a little bit of a white border and putting some highlighting around it. Looking at this now, I think I might go back and put some a little bit more stenciling up in that top left hand corner, and maybe go back and paint that BU white, but I might leave it for a day or two and cogitate on it as well. So please pop in your comments what you think I should do with that page, but hopefully you enjoyed seeing it come together. It was a really quick and easy page to do. Check out the description box below to find out how I made the collage doll, and until next time, bye for now.